What's up, buttercups? Butter my bun and call me a biscuit. Blinkin' and bloomin' bliss. Do you know what time it is? Well, I'm not Punxsutawney Phil by any stretch, but I'd say it's high time to come out of your holes. Yes, yes. It's curtains for the longest winter of this century thus far. And it's just about time for you little butterflies to burst out of your chrysalises to flit, flutter, and flap around. You've been hunkered down in a fetal position for long enough, living off Grubhub for far too many days and nights. Child, you've done your penance for the mistakes of many, many lifetimes, and now it's time to get out there and apply what you've learned. So yes, it's time. Yes, naturally, now you're due for a little consult, a little pep talk from your dear friend Psyvia here at the Clairvoyant Communications Network. I'm here for you. I'm here to get you frizzed and foofed up and in the right frame of mind for all that awaits you on the other side of that door, which is nothing less than the whole entire world. Whatever you've been feeling of late, relax, relax. You're about to get the secret scoop, the Lord Lowdown on CCN's The Poltergeist Zeitgeist Update. Because here at CCN, we deliver tomorrow's news today. And who doesn't covet being ahead of schedule and ahead of the curve? Precisely. Thank yourself for yourself, and thank yourself for all of us in the CCN family that you found time to tune in for the 2021 Spring Summer Review in advance. Honestly, we're so overjoyed that you could squeeze us into your frantic schedule of Peloton workouts, Uber Eats deliveries, spring cleaning, backyard makeovers, kombucha brewing, Duolingo lessons, your Umbrella Academy obsession, TikToking, Zooming, Twitching, passion planning, staycation research, quarantine bucket listing, time capsule creation, and geocaching. But just a little tip. You'll want to put the brakes on and shift into reverse on all that home renovating and redecorating. Butterfly, that ochre and magenta are going to be passé in like less than a nanosecond. Tomorrow's color du jour is Aegean teal, but more on upcoming fashion, decor, and design trends in just a sec. First, some other housekeeping is in order. Shout outs and warm welcomes to all those folks new to this frequency. For those of you who are new to our program, let me establish my credibility by sharing with you some completely unverifiable biographical information about yours truly. I'm Psyvia Braun, the A-list psychic, medium, clairvoyant, soothsayer, oracle, and multi-level futurist. Unlike other psychics and mediums you've consulted, I draw my fortune-telling powers directly from my DNA, which has been scientifically proven to be the most potent source of prescience. As you can see, I come from a long line of prognosticators, soothsayers, seers, and not the defunct department store. As these tests indicate, my bloodline can be traced back to the Witch of Endor, the wisest oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece, Nostradamus, and Rasputin on my mother's side. On my father's side, I received my prognosticating propensities from Madame Blavatsky, Baba Yaga, Edgar Cayce, and most recently Sylvia Browne and Walter Mercado, who were my great aunt and uncle, respectively. As could be expected with a bloodline like mine, I began manifesting psychic abilities at a very fetal age, since the highly refined fortune-telling methods of my ancestors were already present at the moment of my conception. You can read more about the emergence of my psychic abilities in any of my 33 self-published autobiographical books, available anywhere where books are sold. But enough about me. Let's move on to showcasing my supernatural talents. First, just a little bit of soul sweeping as an accompaniment to your spring cleaning. Just clearing the energy pathways. Before I unveil to you the events that are yet to unfold, we must be sure that you are ready to receive them. Thus, I must issue at least one caveat emptor. Spring 2020 and summer and fall and winter of that year, they were cruel sucker punch of seasons for most of us. Thus far, 2021 has been a gentle and mild Swedish massage compared to that fight that went into overtime. That was 2020. But be warned, if you've arrived here in your quest for hope, for nothing but blue skies and sweet, sweet sunshine, you'll need to temper your expectations just slightly. Overall, spring and summer 2021, according to both the ancient Babylonian and the Saturnarian calendars, will be picnics in botanical gardens compared to their predecessors, but not without their own challenges. Relax, stay calm. To get you to stay on this frequency long enough for me to sell you some of my spiritually infused merch, let me assure you that spring and summer 2021 have so much more in store for you than just the joys and thrills of staycations, weighted blankets, indoor scavenger hunts, virtual try-ons, skinimalism, thrifting, conscious consumerism, and upcycled foods. Relax. There is so much more coming after TikTok, Sarah Cooper, Ashupa, Vedula, Andrea Knows Best. So much more coming after In the Heights, The Matrix 4, Dune, The Secret Part 2, One Night in Miami, The Trial of the Chicago 7, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Should I give it away now? Why the hell not? Let's just unbox these treasures, trinkets, and delights, and get on to the other things. Would you like to know what new products will be peddled in a browser near you soon? Marvelous. Well, where do we start? Probably the best place to launch this season is straight from the toy aisle, because there is going to be an uncontrollable cascade of fun and frolic these seasons. There will, of course, be anime and cartoon and 80s TV show themed everything. Teas, costumes, comforters, pajamas, and of course masks, egg beaters, shoehorns, etc., etc. You can also look forward to jewel box homes, tiny houses with lavish, over-the-top amenities, posh things in small packages, and the profuse proliferation of home technologies, smart technologies, so that no matter where you go in your home, you'll always have something to talk to and boss around. How's that sound? Groovy? In the fashion and the arts worlds, there will be interactive sound installations. Think tubas and foghorns strapped to your walls for your kinesthetic and auditory enjoyment. Also, quite predictably, pop-up micro-cinemas, a deluxe revival edition of everyone's favorite fictional game, Jumanji, Orwellian-style face ornaments. Think Richard Harrow in Boardwalk Empire meets C-3PO, and you're halfway there. The air will be electric with so many splendid contraptions, namely social distancing hats. Think wagon wheels and umbrellas that you wear on your head. And there will be splashes and splatters of color here, there, and everywhere. This season will certainly have a sense of humor in the realms of parfumerie and interior stink masking. The scent du jour is vagine. Yes, you heard right. Don't be surprised if everywhere you go, the aromas that confront your senses are reminiscent of lady gardens. What better way to celebrate social proximity-ing, social adjacency-ing, contiguity-ing, and social propinquity-ing than with spritzes of pudenda. I'll give you a moment to meditate on all of that. Now, are you ready for all the juicier stuff? No, not entirely ready, I can see. That's alright. Let's take a moment to prep you up. Just a little soul cleaning. Because, you've been petrified in time for so long. Let's see here. Alright, you're going to need to eliminate all skepticism. Being gifted with knowledge of the future is a ponderous responsibility. As a recipient, you must give yourself a little lavage, some purgatives to detox your brain, your heart, your soul, so that you'll be ready to pounce into action. To a larger degree than your religious leaders want you to believe, you do have some control over events. You can steer the ship out of rough waters, especially storms of your own is not a passive leisure activity. It's not a spectator sport. You are player one, and these are your mission instructions. For what is the purpose of true prognostication, if not to warn you of potential dangers and allow you enough time to plan an alternate route in an emergency response plan. There we are. Thus, we must first make a pact. My mission, our mission, is a very serious one. I'm not here. I'm not here for your pure, prurient entertainment. I'm not just up here performing magic tricks to ooh and ah and alleviate your sitting in place boredom. Oh no. No way, Rosé. Consider this an intervention. You should experience this like a school kid getting a homework assignment from a teacher. A superhero being dispatched from the Justice League with an urgent, humanity-saving task. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You are not going to passively receive these newses and sit back waiting for these events to transpire. This is not a stunt to prove that psychic powers are real and working amongst us in these last days, or to just demonstrate that miracles can still be performed. No. So in reflecting on these responsibilities, do you pledge to be a trusted apostle of the knowledge of the future? Excellent. So let's take a moment. Let's just take a moment to do a little more cleaning. Let's clean your ears. Yes. Your heart. Yes. And your mind. Your mind is quite dirty. Oh. There we are. Now give me your hands. All right. There we go. All right. You look spiffy. Almost brand new. Now let us pray. Multiverse, we stand in awe of your complexity and incomprehensibility. We tremble and shake at our own weakness and impotence. If we are transparent about our desires, in the interest of full disclosure, we confess that our conversations and attempts to understand your workings are motivated by deep feelings of powerlessness. We confess. We confess to you that we desire more power. We have enough trouble making decisions with what information and knowledge has already been made available to us. And we plead with you to be merciful enough to offer us more information about what is yet to come, so that we can chart our course and live our best destiny. Right. So let's see what the forces have deigned to unveil to us. Is this even possible? Yep, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Star, the Sun, the 10 and the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the Lovers, the World, the 9 and the King of Pentacles, and the Empress. This is the most full of fortune spread possible. This is the Powerball of the tarot. I'm astonished. It's unbelievable. You better not cluck this up. This is the energy configuration of 1,000 lifetimes. So, listen up. Optimize, 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 and milk it for everything you can extract. Because it won't last forever. Until the solar eclipse of December 4th. That's your deadline for your supreme good fortune. And then after that, okay. Well, let's just focus on the positive. Right. The pre-solar eclipse bliss bonanza. Oh. Where do I start? Okay. The overview. The big picture. Okay. The big picture. Okay, the world and the lovers. And the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. The next 6 months, in a word, Bacchanalian. Yes. Bacchanalian. Animal House-esque. I see riotous, drunken merrymaking, orgiastic carousing, carnival in hyperdrive. That's what I see in your future. Your worst problem is going to be nostalgia for alone time. because your phone is going to be aflame. The zeitgeist of these days is no one wants to drink alone ever again. Not even teetotalers. Not even. And no one will. Or sleep alone, for that matter. During this Jubilee Jam Fest, life is sweet, and so are mimosas, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, Pink Zinfandel. Oh, and I see, I definitely see a lot of wine in your near future. And so do the alcohol purveyors. If you thought bars and clubs were the social hubs of the BC days, wait till you witness the rise to cultural supremacy that bars and clubs are going to undertake. The lover's card, the world. Okay, right. No one wants to drink alone, sleep alone. Remember that? Right. Well, bars are in tune with that during this time, and they're going to host slumber parties. Nobody's going home, not even to shower and grab a change of clothes. Don't worry, the bars are going to accommodate all that, so get set for a bathhouse / bar club fusion. Get ready for Greek life 21C. And gear up for summer camp. Summer camp for adults is back in style. Call it group activity rebound, but you'll be signing yourself up for weeks of communal tent living, outdoor twister, junkyard wars, canoeing, kayaking, and campfire croon-alongs. Let's see, what else do we have here? Your biggest worry is going to be what to wear to all of these parties. Galas, shindigs, jamborees, fetes, hoedowns, and shebangs, because believe the cards and the stars and the desires of your heart that life is going to be one spectacular extravaganza from this day next week forward. So I hope you're ready for the Hakuna Matata life, ready to be the belle, the beau of at least one ball. I truly hope so. I hope your first impulse is to dust off your dancing shoes. Let's see. You're going to need something to wear, right? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is what we're living for. In the world of fashion, it looks like anything goes. Absolutely anything. We've got flashbacks touching down all over the map. Regency fashion is in for a spell. So get your floor-length, high-waisted bodice dresses dry cleaned ASAP. Also, the 80s and the 90s are all the rave. So if you're going to stress about something, let it be finding the cutest Y2K brat doll style of pink and purple low-rise jeans, crop tops, and wide-eyed sunglasses and balloon-legged pants. Something that is out is fast fashion, so you'll want to thrift your way through your Jubilee days, but get in while you can. Demand for secondhand means thrice MSRP. So expect thrift store wars like we've seen in the housing market, with items going for 1,000 times their tag price. PPP in the thrift store game now stands for Posh Playing Poor. So just a heads up if you want to look cute and socially conscious. You're going to have to get creative. And now that you've dusted off your dancing shoes, you're going to need to know what everyone's grooving to. Seems like there's a lot of overlap this time between our music forecasts and celeb tea. That's strange. I'm just reading straight from the cards. Sounds like lo-fi hip-hop. That craze comes to a record-scratching halt as soon as the Sun and Mercury enter Taurus. Let's see. Oh, of course, the Bridgerton Blitz. The Bridgerton Blitz leads to a waltz revival and the smashing success of high-fidelity operatic music. So, if you're a musician, best dust off and tune up your harps, lutes, harpsichords, and piano fortes. Well, that's a bolt from the blue. Some major transformations are going to take place in pop music. Looks like BTS goes on a spiritual search that leads them to Goa. Seems like they're led there by Alan Watts videos, where they're going to study under a guru. I see the initials VV. VV leads them on a similar experimental path as the Beatles that leads to their release of a BTS-style Sgt. Pepper album. Everyone will be whirling around to ayahuasca-fueled musings about the oppressions of Korean culture by the end of summer. Just a side note, Megan leaves Harry for Jimin, the lead singer of BTS. Trivial in comparison, we'll hear Billie Eilish release her first gospel album after an affair with Joel Osteen. And then Eminem and Ed Sheeran are going to square up for a pop-rap opera battle. Jeesh, okay. There are just too many cultural happenings for me. Yeah, all right. For me to share on this segment. Too many. Okay, all right, I'll tell you what. I'll list them on my website. But just let me leave you with the zeitgeist. Let me just leave you with the zeitgeist, the big stirrings of this double-header sensational season. Happy, happy, joy, joy is a tagline for what's coming. As of tomorrow, climate change goes into hibernation. Also, the looming water shortage. That daunting 2040 expiration date for H2O will be reversed by fast melting glaciers. The economy has never boomed so loud and so hard. For the next 6 months, you're going to need some earplugs because the economy is going to sound like the 4th of July, Guy Fawkes Day, Bastille Day, all in unison. Homelessness will be solved by 3D printer technologies that make it possible to produce houses for individuals for the low price of $5.99 per person and $13.99 per family. Poverty will be eradicated, annihilated by a Scrooge-like conversion of Jeff Bezos. Oh, here's a tip. Now's a good time to join the Amazon family, as Bezos is on the brink of announcing a $50 an hour raise for every single Amazon worker, with a whole host of benefits like hazard and overtime bonuses, stock options that will raise some of his employees' net worth to levels rivaling his own. What else? What else? What else? 3 more stimulus checks in the U.S. totaling over $10,000. Total student loan forgiveness is going to free up a lot of disposable cash for party wear, getaways, and booze. On the international stage, Trump and Jupiter, looks like we have a total hippie free love coup that takes place in China, Russia, Iran, NK, and Syria. We get to see a peaceful Rastafarian takeover of all of those places. I can't see the details on this, so I'll have to give you an update in a future segment, maybe in our next program. But here's what I want to leave you with. Let me tell you this. There is going to be this miraculous wave of love and goodwill and harmonizing that sweeps across this planet starting on the 31st. All of the world's problems will be easily wrapped up and resolved in heartwarming ways, because after all that we just crawled out from, the world just wants to have fun. The world just wants to have fun. So your guiding mantra for this season comes from the British band Dry Cleaning. Do everything. Feel nothing. Well, that seems like the perfect place to pause. Good night. Good night for now, and thanks for joining me, Psyvia for the Spring-Summer 2021 Poltergeist Zeitgeist. Mucho, mucho amor. Big, big love And remember, do everything, feel nothing.